Elaine, do you always look like this on meetings? Your hair's all fluffy and um when you look
Sorry,
at
I
me,
was
I'm
on
like,
mute. I had a school
oh,
function this morning. So yeah, no, don't think this at all.
no, I was just like, not that you don't
No,
look beautiful, but I was just like, your hair's all fluffy and
I know, yeah,
kind
and
of,
it's
it's
actually kind
pretty.
of funny. Thank you.
Yeah.
I borrowed my
Oh,
daughter's new beach waiver.
oh, okay.
She's like, use this, mom. I'm like,
Yeah. Uh, I'm like not the girls like that for some reason. My girls love makeup, and I wish I knew how. I love to see women when they're all beautiful with the eyes, and I'm just like, maybe if I watch some tutorials, I'll know how to do stuff like that. But I'm like, so not one of the, I
yeah,
think I watched too much football with my dad growing up or something.
you're beautiful. You're
Yeah.
beautiful. That's for
Well,
sure.
yeah. Thank you. But you look great today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I
Thanks.
had to go to for a school function this morning, so
Yeah.
I look presentable.
Yeah. Hi, Jane. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hi, Kiva. It's good to
How are
see you
you?
too.
Nice to
Good.
see you too.
Hi, Kiva.
Hi, Fred. How are you?
I'm just doing wonderful. I'm
Welcome
taking
aboard.
a break from my extended vacation to join this meeting this morning. I was
Don't
out
you?
playing, huh?
You're out playing pickleball?
Golfing, pickleball, just and I was telling Sherry that I had to remind myself what day of the week it is.
No, yeah. Yeah, I can't really, pickleball has become like one of the sports everyone's into. And when you watch these tournaments on TV, these guys and ladies are like
Killing
just
it.
like killing the ball. Is that
I
what you call it? I'm like, it's kind
Yeah.
of fun to watch. At first it's like all sedate, everyone's just hitting the ball back and forth, and next thing you know, they go in for the kill, and you're like, oh,
Oh yeah. When
yeah,
you get
yeah,
close to the net, you
yeah,
got to be careful not to hit the ball up too high, because if you
yeah,
do, it comes back to at a bullet pace. And
yeah.
so you'll see them do that. They call it
Mhm,
dinking.
mhm,
So you're dinking across the net and you're going back and forth. And if that ball is a foot too high,
mhm.
it'll come back at you like a rocket. And
Ah,
so, and then you've seen it where they go 4 or 5 times where
mm,
you can barely see the ball hit the racket.
yeah, it's a
So it's
quick.
fun. You can pick up it's one thing about this sport, you can pick it up at any age, at any time.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I got beat by an 80-year-old guy.
So
But
it's 12 o'clock. Oh, so sorry to interrupt. It's 12 o'clock, but we'll wait a few minutes. I think Sherry told me, let's see, let me look at the text. Share and see. Oh, good. We do have Michael Kalish on and Nicole.
Apologies.
Oh, no worries, no worries. And I think we're waiting for Michelle and Tamar. They said that they were going to also be attending. So if we could just give it a couple more minutes and then we'll start. Hi, Kelvin. Hi, Joanna.
Sorry to interrupt. So apparently Tamar is tentative to be attending.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm Virginia. I don't know if we've all seen each other or if we have. It's been a little while. So I'm the development coordinator, and I'm going to be helping take this side of the meeting over. So Sherry, it will be here just kind of in case we need her for any questions or anything. But I will be here to help you out, Elaine.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do you know if we have quorum?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming. The time is 12:05, Thursday, October 6th. We have our meeting today. First will be roll call. Virginia, will you take roll call for us, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Elaine Sanchez,
Here.
Jane Mack,
Here.
Kelly Benavides. Okay. Kiba Creer,
Here.
Tamar Holapele. I don't know if I said that right. I apologize. And Fred James,
Here.
Michael Kalish.
Here.
Felipe Ortiz,
Here.
Nicole Rogers.
Here.
Thank you. Michelle Sanders. And Chris Way. Calvin Watson. Okay, and I see Tamar just joined us, so we are all set and we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The next item is public comment. Topics raised under this item must be limited to matters on today's agenda. If you wish to comment, the public comment period at the Library Foundation shall be limited to a maximum time. Usually it's 3 minutes per speaker. Do we have anyone, Virginia, for public comment?
We do not have any public comment.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Seeing none, we're going to move forward to board action number 3. Sorry, I just lost my agenda for some reason. Item 3, which is board action to accept proposed agenda.
Move to approve Felipe Ortiz.
Okay, we have one motion. Do we have a second?
Second, this is Kipa.
Okay, all those in favor for board action to accept proposed agenda, say aye.
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 All those who are against, nay. Seeing none, any abstentions? None, we move on. Okay, next item is item 4, discussion and possible action of election of officers. Per the bylaws of the Las Vegas Clark County Library District Foundation, all officers shall serve until the next annual meeting of the board and until their respective successors are elected and qualified. The following officers' term expired. Mine, which is president, and then we also have Jane Mack, secretary and treasurer. At our last board meeting, we had discussed following our bylaws where we have a chair, a vice chair, and I know that Jane Mack has secretary and treasurer. I believe that at our last meeting, when we were talking about the bylaws, Chris Way wanted to make a couple of changes to the bylaws. And I know that we don't have our next meeting until November. So those aren't in place. But knowing that we are electing our officers and directors, I think it should definitely be a discussion. Does anyone have any comments or thoughts on that? Yes, Tamar.
Hi, Elaine. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I just think, I raised my hand to be on this nomination, this bylaws type of committee. So I know we haven't been able to meet yet. So it's my recommendation just to let's keep the flow of business. We can take a look at that. And if we are up to do any type of voting at this time, I think that's, I think that's good. Let's just do it and we can move forward.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
Okay, yeah, unfortunately, we can't, like you said, we can't do anything about that until our November meeting when it's actually posted. Okay, so for president, I will open the floor for nominations for president. Yeah.
Elaine, I'm sorry, I have a question. So part of that discussion, if I recall correctly, we were talking about adding back in the vice chair and adding and or splitting if Jane was okay with just handling 2 or adding back separating the secretary and the treasurer. And then in the past, and I know these are all going to be changed once Tamar gets a chance to pull her committee together and create more of a system for us for voting, which will be great moving forward. So is it possible, like in the past, we would have nominated, so I'm not sure if there's others that want to run or throw their name in, or are we going to, someone can nominate a full slate and we can vote that way? I'm just curious about how we're going to handle the nominations today. And I think, though, that we should be voting not only for the president or chair and the secretary and treasurer. I think we should be voting for all 4 positions, as we talked about. We have the big fundraiser coming up. I think we have the challenges of what's going on with various high level things that I think that there needs to be more support across the board, so that there's 4 folks working together to handle this, and that you guys are providing support to each other rather than just 2 people handling the burden of that. And when it comes to a big foundation event like that, I think you and Jane and Joanne are going to need more help. So I think
So, yeah.
I think we should be looking at all 4 positions today, and then as Tamar's group gets together, we'll have more of a written policy for doing this moving forward. But I think for now, we keep what the current structure is, like Tamar said, and then move from there. But I'd like to do the full slate of 4 rather than just 2.
Okay. And I will say that on our agenda, it says board, it says discussion and possible action. So we are allowed to discuss this, and we are allowed to do just that. And I can open the floor for nominations. And if I nominations, then we are certainly allowed to do that under Robert's Rules of Order.
Okay.
Elaine, I do have a comment though. If our current bylaws if they do have those positions that Kiba was chatting about, then it's my recommendation, my knowledge again of Robert's rules, that we can put that on the nomination floor. But if they do not exist and we are looking to either add them back in or create new ones, we can always include in the bylaws a special election, a special nomination that can be done if, to fulfill or to backfill any type of position. So because I don't have the document in hand of what is currently on file, I'm not sure what positions, are listed that we can have that are that can be effective today.
So effective today, according to our bylaws, we have president / chair, we have vice chair / vice president, secretary and treasurer. Currently, we have president, which is myself, and we have Jane Mack as treasurer and secretary. So we've always not had the vice chair role. Those currently exist. We are allowed to nominate them, and we can just proceed. I don't think there's any other positions. There's no other positions in our bylaws, unless, that's that perhaps in the future we would like to do as a board. So if someone, I will open the floor for nominations. If that is the direction that the board would like to go, nominations are now in order for the office. And if you'd like to do a slate, that is fine. Are there nominations?
I'd like to nominate a slate.
Okay.
Just cut to the chase.
Okay.
I would like to nominate Elaine for chair, Tamar for vice chair, Jane for treasurer, and Nicole. They're all going to kill me because I didn't ask anybody, and Nicole for secretary. So.
Okay. There has been a slate for nomination from trustee Kiba, Director Kiba Creer. On the slate is President Chair Elaine Sanchez, Vice Chair, Vice President Tamar Tamar, I don't want to mess up your last name.
That's okay, Elaine. I've known you for 7
I
years,
know, and
my friend. Our kids are classmates
Hoapili.
together. Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
Hoapili.
Hoapili. Oh, thank you. Secretary Jane, wait, am I getting this right?
Treasurer.
Yeah. So secretary would be Nicole Rogers and treasurer would be Jane Mack. Just for point of discussion, Jane, are you?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to
Mhm.
second that motion, then we can go to discussion.
Oh, okay. Well, I just would like to ask Jane, are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so we have a second on the floor. All right, then all those in favor?
Discussion for second.
Okay, yes, and I recognize the second from Felipe Ortiz, forgive me. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, any nays? Okay, there's no nays. Any abstentions? Okay, seeing none, we move forward and we have a new slate, we have a new group. So it's really wonderful. I'm very, very excited. And thank you so much. I believe Virginia said there was no public comment.
Correct.
We don't need to do that. And then I'm going to move for adjournment.
Okay.
And can I have a motion for adjournment?
Well,
All right, thanks, Cuba.
okay.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate your time. When's our next board meeting? I know it's in November. I'm not sure.
I don't have that right in front of me, so I will send that out.
Wait, okay. And then also,
Oh, maybe Joanne.
oh,
Should-
I see it as November 8th at noon.
November 8th. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And then also, real quick, I wanted to say that the last time we had our meeting, Sherry had mentioned to me that she wanted everyone to please update your record. So update your address, your phone number, and your email, because I think some information might not have gotten to you. So can you please make sure to send an email to Sherry and get that to her so that way she can create a new foundation list with all the current information.
Madam Chair, before you close,
Oh, yes, please.
I hate to be Debbie Downer, no offense to Debbie or Downer. November 8th is election day. Is that a correct date?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, maybe that's something that we can work with Virginia
Sure.
and Sherry and Kelvin.
Do it now. Just, hey,
He's available. Or
Elaine,
our-
I'm gonna bust
over
in, okay?
there.
If you guys want to just do it now, since we have a lot of people here,
Yeah, can we do that?
it would be better than trying to go back and forth with a bunch of emails, right?
Okay, that would be wonderful.
Thanks.
So I agree, that is election. Yeah, what would work on other people's calendar? I'm pretty good in November until I can't do it at the end of November because it's Thanksgiving, but I think that's everyone. So does maybe the 11th or the 10th or the 14th or 15th?
The 10th works for me. 11th is Veterans Day, so I prefer not
Oh,
to have it on
okay.
the 10th.
Okay, I agree with that.
10th is fine. 15th is okay. 16 is okay. 17 is good too.
How about anybody else? Anybody else's ideas on that?
Elaine, this is Tamar. For me, I need to stay away from that entire week of the 7th. For Veterans Day, Cox is huge into Veterans Day. So I've got a slew of activities with the Raiders, Golden Knights. There's no way that I'm available that week. So any day after that, like the week of the 14th, I will make myself available.
So you said, Jane, you said the 16th is available? or-
16th is good.
Okay, 16th is good. Why don't we, Kelvin, is the 16th okay for you in November? I think he might be offline or something. Why don't we?
This is Michael. 16th works for me.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So everybody else it works for me too. So why don't we tentatively put that down and then we'll see what Kelvin says and we'll go from there. How does that sound? So the 16th at noon, and that would be on Wednesday, November 16th on Wednesday.
Madam Chair, before you close.
Yes, please.
Do we need another special meeting, a closed meeting?
Oh, yes. I'm so glad you brought that up. Okay, well, this is offline. Well,
Just call for a closed meeting.
because, we are going to have a closed door session to discuss our travelers insurance policy. That is all I can say publicly. And then, yes, I will work with Virginia and Sherry and whoever else I need to work with to get that on the calendar. And I will make sure that that the majority of our board can make it, because it is a very important discussion. Okay, all right. Okay, so now, oh, thank you. I will move to adjourn this meeting, and thank you so much. And I will see everyone hopefully on November 16th. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone, and thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Wait for stop the recording. I did this. Let's see. I did the same thing by myself right now. Recording first to make sure.